guys see this house, this is how this is how it looks now. That's the front of the house. Whatever. All right. So, anyways, that was the front of the house. So this is the inside. So the guys came in and they pulled all the sheetrock. What's up, Joko? I'm. They pulled all the sheetrock off the walls. This whole opening. So see this big run of wires here. So that big bundle of wire that goes there, it all goes to the panel, the outside panel, which is right there. Everything goes there. So what we're doing today, I don't know. I'm gonna turn this camera back around because I won't be able to tell if I'm in frame or what. Here we go. All right. So what we're doing today is all that bundle of wire that goes over here, all that big wire, all that stuff. It goes over here. What's up, Yin Yang? I'm gonna be finding out where it goes. We call them the home runs. These are called home runs coming out of the panel, and they all go to specific spots. They'll go to like a switch, and then from that switch they'll go somewhere else. But all I have to do is like go to the switch, the main switch where they go, disconnect them, pull the staples, pull them out. I had to mark them, turn it off obviously, mark them, pull it back over to here. Because like I said, they're gonna put a whole addition. There's gonna be a whole floor. So this is right now, this is a 3-bedroom house. It's a 3-bedroom house, all one floor. It's gonna be, I think, another 3-bedroom house. I have to look at the plans again. But it's gonna be like, it's still gonna be a 3-bedroom house, but the master is gonna be downstairs and the other 2 bedrooms are gonna be upstairs. So they're gonna make this whole upstairs, put 2 bedrooms, probably I think a bath, and even a media room on the 2nd floor. So, but the first thing I had to do was get up here and take one wire and follow it all the way to wherever it goes, disconnect it, and then bring it back, mark it. It's going to be a long process of each one of these. A lot of these big ones that you've seen up here, right there, a lot of those big ones right there, a lot of that goes to like the 220 stuff, which that's easy. You got like the AC, the heat, hot water heater, or water heaters, not hot water heater. Plumbers get mad when you call them hot water heaters because the water's not hot. It's cold water that it's heating up. So it's just a water heater. Plumbers, they're so fucking, So I'm gonna climb up on this ladder here and I'm gonna get up here and I'm gonna find one of these wires. I'm gonna run this wire across and then I'm gonna find out what it is and what it does, and then I'll disconnect it, turn it off, disconnect it, all that. Alright, so first thing I got a looks like a 12-3. Any Sparkies in here don't know what I'm talking about. This looks like a 12-3. Going right over to that switch right behind me, so get down. I ain't gotta go too far. That's good. A lot of this wire's not stapled. I'm able to lift it all up like that. But that's a good thing. That means I ain't got to take a whole lot of staples out. Alright, I'm doing it. So that 12-3 goes here. Goes into this switch. But there's a couple 12-3s because I think there's a, that's not it. There it is. There's our baby right there. So it's stapled to the wall right here. So you take your trusty handy dandy beater screwdriver, Klein tools. And you carefully, these staples aren't tight on these wires, which is another good thing. This is going to help me here. But you got to be careful because some of these staples, because you don't want to dig your screwdriver into the wire because you trip it. You know, that's this wire, which is that wire, which it goes down into the second box. I'm going to pull this box off so that way I can get to this box here. But this is a 12-3 going to the panel, so home run going to the panel. So this means this will be 2 circuits. It's one Romex, but it's got 2 circuits in it. And I'm just trying to get this out of my way. So that way I can get to this box easily. There we go. That's out of my way. Okay. And like I said, this is a construction zone right now, so you're gonna see me moving shit and all that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this switch off here. Take these 2 switches off. There's 2 switches. This is a double gang box. All right, there we go. Okay. So there's our neutrals. There. So you got to be careful because these switches are hot. So I'm just moving them out the way so I can see in this box. Okay. What do I got? So there's my, oh my God, they got this shit all in here. What the hell? Okay, here's my neutral. Here's my red. Where's my black coming out of there? And my black. Okay, so this is my hot here. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, shit, can't get that wire nut off. Oops, sorry. So look at this. I don't know if you can see this on the side of this wire here. Hang on, let me get it in frame. See that brown on that wire nut? That wire nut's got hot before. And what that usually means is it was a loose connection in there. And when they were putting a load on it, the wire was moving. Like I said in my last video, wire moves. So what I'm doing is I'm taking this wire nut off here, if I can. The one that was, yeah, that sucker don't want to come off. Gotta use my Kleins to do it. Pull on it. And I'm gonna bet that the reason why is, no, it's all twisted together. But, so if you look at this wire nut, see that? It got hot. That's not good. This is my circuit tracer, ideal. This ain't a cheap one. This is expensive, more expensive. Hook it on the neutral, and then hook this alligator clip on the hot. See that? That means it's on. And you take this little hickey. I'm not going to carry my camera on. So this hickey, turn it on. down the panel. Pull back down the panel again. Stops right there. It's beeping right there. Turn the breaker off. Stops beeping. Run her down the panel again. Run her down the panel again. No more beeping. So that should be dead. Now this is not a guarantee. This thing isn't always accurate, but it helps you because for the most part it is accurate, and it helps you from going out there, turning off a breaker, coming back in, going out there, turning off a breaker, coming back in. All right, so it does help. What did I do with my bag? I put it over here. But anyways, I wanted to show you. So look, it's off. So that breaker's off. So unhook it. Me personally, a lot of electricians, like I said, don't like using this because they call this the widow maker because these aren't accurate either. But this will just tell you if there's voltage. You know, it doesn't tell you if it's completely hot, but it tells you if there's voltage. So I like to come in here and check it, putting it on the wire, no voltage, see? Now, I'm gonna put this on this red wire. I think the red one, is it the red? Oh no, I think I killed it. Yeah. So this one's dead. Yeah, there it is, that one's dead, all right. Now there is a wire in here, like I told you, so this is a 2-circuit Romex 12-3. See that? Hear it? That circuit back there is still hot. Again, circuit tester. I have this hot circuit, got the wire nut off. Plug it up like that. Put it right there. She'd be red. Okay, back. So, look at that. That one's off now too. So, a good thing to remember too about 12-3 circuit like that, from a home run like that, is that when you shut one circuit off, a lot of the times, not all the time, but probably about 95% of the time, the other circuit is either the breaker rate above it, the breaker rate below it, or the breaker rate across from it on the side of the panel. Keep that in mind because it's usually like that. 95% of the time. That's helpful because then you might not have to make 2 trips. You can just, if you're not worried about shutting breakers off, you can just turn like the top and the bottom breaker underneath it off and then come back in here and test and see if it's dead. So, well, all we have to do now is we need to take, or all I have to do is I need to take these apart like this, like that. And then my last video, like I told you guys, what I like to do, I like to, after I take these apart, if I'm going to be pulling the wires out, I like to take and pull the wires like that, and it straightens them up, so that way when you pull them out of the box, it's a lot easier. And there. So. Okay, now I gotta find the grounds, because so there's a butt ton of grounds in here. Take the ground nut off. Grounds had a wire nut on them, some of them don't, but they're all twisted together. You gotta get them all released from each other. And like I said, you gotta make sure that this is no longer hot in here, because if you don't, like I said, the Widowmaker here, just test all these wires. Because if you don't, and one of these happens to be hot, and you touch it, or touch it on one of them grounds or whatever, you're gonna have a short circuit. If you don't, won't. So, this is my wire right here. trying to get out. Okay, there we go. All right. All right, now I'm gonna show you how so this is how I'm gonna do this. Some electricians may do this differently on a job like this, but this is how I'm gonna do it because this is the easiest way for me. And it's only me and two other guys that are helping me with this project that are gonna do this or even know anything about what I'm doing, but they know what I'm doing, so it's all good. And I'm gonna take this white tape. I got white phase tape, and I'm gonna wrap this white tape on it right here, like this. Pull it off, and then that's why I got this marker right here. And I'm gonna mark number 1, single 1 on there. This is number 1. It's 2 circuits, but it's only number 1. And then I'm gonna walk over here, and I'm gonna take you guys with me, show you. So I got a little notepad right here. Mark on this notepad. See, I got SW4. That's the abbreviation of this project we're on. And I'm gonna put. I'm gonna number this all on the side here. Boom, boom, boom. Put 1. Well, not right there. I'm gonna put 1. I'm gonna put 12, 3, and I'm gonna put living room. Living room circuits, right? And then I'm gonna put breaker 20 amp times 2. So there's 2 20 amp breakers that run that. So everybody knows. 12.3 number 1 is the living room. Now I'm gonna oh shit, go back up here, sorry. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna grab that. I'm gonna take the other staple that's in it out. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna put wire nuts on it after I get it out of the header there. And I'm gonna pull it up. Man, every time I go to work, man, it looks like my mustache looks all fucked up in the camera. I don't know. Excuse my French, I had to delete that out later. I'm gonna pull it up through the header, the top plate there. And I'll put some wire nuts on it. Maybe put a black tape to hold the wire nuts because these guys. And I'm gonna roll it back over there to that wall. And I'm gonna roll it up and I'm just gonna leave it hang right there. And then I'm gonna go to the next circuit and do the next circuit. So that's how we're gonna do that. Like I said, so oh no, there's not another staple in it. My bad. So I'll push it up like that as far as I can go with it. Right there, like that. I'll go out here, grab it, pull it up and out. What I wanted to tell you guys is I always put one on the neutral. See, your neutral is your white there. Always put a wire nut on the neutral. The reason why I do that is any Sparkies in here that may be in this chat will tell you that sometimes in these older houses, the neutral will have what we call residual power. And it might have like, if you put your tester on it, it might have like, I don't know, 25, 30 volts. Not enough to really mess you up, but enough to let you know it's there, trust me. And if you touch that neutral and you're grounding something, you could get shocked if it's got residual on it, which, like I said, some of these old houses do. That one didn't. I mean, I touched it a couple times, so I don't think it did, but I mean, it'll give you a little poke. It won't ruin your day, but it'll let you know you're live, that's for sure. So what I'm gonna do is pull this back here. get that insulation there. And I'm gonna find it, which is this one here. Right here. And then I'm gonna, well, I need to take it out of there. Yeah, that's what I need to really do. I should probably put them out there, put them out because the framers, so the framers are gonna be framing. They're gonna be taking that shit off and they're gonna be in the roof and they're gonna be framing up from there. So what I really need to do, honestly, is take this, find out which one of these it is in here. Probably this one, maybe. No, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Maybe this one. No. This one back here. There it is. So, I'm going to take it and I'm going to pull it. I'm going to take these wire nuts back off because it will not pull through the drilled hole with the wire nuts on it. So I'm going to take these back off real quick just so I can pull it back through this top plate. There we go. So there you go. That wire is out, just hanging in the panel there. Put the wire nuts back on. One on the black, one on the red. And one on the white. And someone's calling my phone. Hang on a second. Okay. Yeah. There it is. So it goes right here into this circuit here. But, oh, they did it on the back side. Okay, cool. Alright, so it goes to that. It goes right there. So it might get dark in here a little bit because it's a little darker over here. But it goes to, looks like it goes to those switches. And I was going to say, in their infinite wisdom, of course, it's the one where there's still sheetrock. But if you come in here, and the lady that owns the house, she's got some of her stuff in here, but it's right there. I can get to it, so. Same difference, same deal. And that's another thing. So if you notice what I'm doing, so over the years, these have straight head screws in it. They have straight head screws, and over the years they painted and sheet and textured and all that bullshit over it. So what I do is, if you got a good sharp ended screwdriver, I find out where the slot is at, and I put it at a slight angle, and I tap it with my hand. You know, painters like Tapatios, they like to paint over top our screws, and then that screws the electrician up when he has to take them out. Then he has to fight with the screws. Just saying. Having to get the paint out, and then see, this one's still kind of filled with paint, so it keeps slipping right on out. Damn painters, plumbers and painters. I don't know what's worse. You want to know what you know? You want to know what you have to know though about plumbing? There's only two things to know about plumbing. You guys ready? Anybody? Anybody? Two things to know about plumbing. Two things you need to know about plumbing. Shit rolls downhill and you get paid on Fridays. Just saying. So there's one hot. So this is another 12-3 like the other one was. You gotta watch when you're moving these around because the screws are on that side and they can hit metal. So you gotta watch. And there's the other one. So there's both hots. And right here's the neutral. So I'm gonna grab this neutral. And I'm not grabbing the insulation with these pliers. I'm grabbing the wire nut itself. You just pull in on it. Sometimes if you pull too hard, the wire nut will pop off. So you don't want to pull too hard. There you go. Another 12-3. And so, damn it. Got too much shit in my pockets. Again, we're gonna put this one, we got this white tape. We're gonna mark this one number 2. Like that. Number 2 on it. Show it to you. Temporary power. See that board that's got the plugs on it? That's wired in. That's temporary power because I'm gonna unhook all these circuits. So that's have to have something for the framers and all the construction people, the plumbers and everything to plug into. And then there's another temporary power. Real quick, that's the one guy that's gonna help me. That's Everett. He's a realtor. If you need a house in Austin, just look him up. He's a realtor, construction guy. I mean, he does it all. Hell, he's building cabinets. I mean, look, all these cabinets you see laying around, yeah, those are his cabinets. He's building them. So,
jack of all trades, master of none.
there you go. There you go. So, all right. So we marked that. So this one goes into this here. So we're going to take this part. Oh. So actually, really, there's probably a couple circuits in here. Where'd this one go? That's another one right there. Or no, that's a 3-way. So this is it's a 12-2, but it's a 12-3, but it's a 3-way wire. These are the travelers for that switch on the other side of the room that I took apart earlier. I'm gonna pull this out and see if this stuff is hot. Yeah, this shit's hot inside this box. Okay. So this is a 12-3 coming in here. Now I'm going to show you how to do it the other way. So this has an outlet, right? So at least one of the circuits is on that outlet. So we're going to go back to using this. We're going to go back to this again, but we're not going to use the alligator clips on the end. If you unplug this plugs right into an outlet. So we're going to plug it into that outlet. Oh, actually, so this is kind of cool. I'm going to show you guys something cool. Thanks, Dragonette. So I'm going to show you guys something kind of cool. And this, I may have to zoom you in for this. So, all right. So this outlet here actually has both circuits on it. Okay, now, so you're probably wondering what or how, okay? So if you look at the side of this outlet, and I'm going to point it out with my ticker because I can, but if you look right here, I don't know if you can see that, that should be one full piece of metal, but you see how the middle's knocked out? So that's what they do when they want to use, one side has a circuit, one side is one circuit, one side's another circuit. So when I go to, I don't know how to explain this, but so when I go to shut this off, right? And I'll show you, I'll go shut this one off. And when I do that, this one here will still be hot. But that one will be off because there's two circuits going there. So, what I'll do is I'll go shut this one off, and then I'll come back and I'll show you that this one's still hot. And that's because they took that, it's like I said, it's got on the side of an outlet. So on this outlet, this is a brand new one. So on this outlet, right there on the side, you see this metal right here? In between the screws, you see that metal? If you break that apart, it'll break half and half, and then it won't be together. So, and then you put one of the hots on this screw and one of the hots on this screw, and then that's how they'll work. But if you only put a hot on this screw, it won't work. It'll only work on the bottom half of this outlet. You understand? It's confusing, but I mean, if you know a little bit about what you're doing, you'll figure it out. But so, as you see, that went off, right? But watch, the top end's still hot. So it's two circuits on the one outlet. So now I gotta go out and I gotta turn off that other circuit. I'm gonna get shocked right now, but. So you seen that other one went off. And it's dead. Right? So I still have a hot wire in here, and I know why. You want to know why I have a hot wire in here? Because this switch is a three-way. So we're going to get into that real quick. So this switch is a three-way switch. And this switch goes from here to the other side. Well, the hot is on the other side, I bet you. But the thing is I only need this one, this side. Okay, there. Yeah, we're gonna get into the hot three-way, a hot three-way. Stick around. Yes, Heather, but the pull chain should only be in the light kit. So where the light is, there should be like three small screws around the light, and you should be able to pull that down. And when you pull it down, you should either have a there'll be one big plug, or there'll be two just single wire plugs. And make sure you have the switches off, Heather, and you unplug those. And then the pull chain, whichever pull chain's not working, you'll see it'll be wired, but they're kind of difficulty level on them. If you don't mess with that kind of stuff, difficulty level is about a 8 out of 10 when you go to replace those. They're not that easy to replace. Like, I fight with them when I do them. It's just easier to replace the fan, Heather. You can buy a fan at Home Depot for $50. And that's great. If you guys got questions, man, that's great. You can ask me questions. I'll answer them. So we call this, on this three-way wire, this three-way switch, see, you got two blacks and a red, right? So this is what we call the switch leg. side of the three-way. The other side of this three-way, I'm gonna probably say it's right here. And I bet you this is hot, watch. So one of these is hot, so yeah. So this is your other side of your three-way right here. So we're gonna pull this out. And as Heather Holt would say, this is the hot three-way. Or at least she thinks it's the hot three-way over here. So these two, if you look at this wire here and this wire here are what we call the travelers. This one here is your actual hot. Okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna disconnect this hot from here so it kills that side. If I disconnect the hot out of this wire nut, it'll kill that side over there on that three-way. So then I won't get, I'm only doing it so I don't get hurt. I'll end up killing this circuit later on sometime today because like I said, I'm taking all these circuits apart. But this is just so I don't get hurt by having that open switch over there or nothing. So take it off. So I took this wire off now. Now watch. Dead. Dead. This one's still hot. Put the wire nut back on this one. Give it a go. We get lucky. And it does. Put the wire nut back on. Shove that back in this box in there so someone don't get hurt. We can actually cut this off. We don't need them on the switch no more. Get rid of the switch. So now we'll come over here and I'll show you how it killed this side. Because that one of these, so this and this one here on the switch were the travelers. All they do is just go from here to there. Power comes from over there, and then the light, what we call the switch leg, is this other black one in here. Three-ways they're not confusing to some, but they are confusing. There's guys that have been out here doing this stuff 20, 25 years, and they still get confused on three-ways. But this is all dead. Now, this whole box should be dead. Dead, 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 dead. So, we're all good. Dead. But this wire right here, a lot of these home runs are still good, and I'll still be able to use them. I mean, I'm gonna have to run a shit ton of brand new wire, but this wire here is still decent, and if I can make it to spots, I mean, it'll save cost for the homeowner. So that's why we're doing it. I mean, it's saving for the homeowner, but then it's not saving for the homeowner because in the end, I mean, they gotta pay me labor to do all this, so, I mean, but right now with how expensive wire is, probably makes more costly sense for them to try to conserve the wire. So again, like I said, we're gonna put this on. So, got that all set up, y'all. That one's done. So I did 4 circuits for you. I'm gonna get to work and I'll probably get this shit done a lot faster without talking to my live stream. So I got some content. Hopefully I taught you guys something. This is Toe for Life, aka We Light Up Your Life. I'm gonna get out of here. There it is, Light Up Your Life. If you're not subscribed, go subscribe. Watch that 5-second video. Hit the like. Throw a comment. I don't care if you put an emoji in there. I don't care if you put the middle finger bam in there. Just put something in the comments so that way YouTube keeps us up. But with that, I'm gonna get back to work so I can work faster and harder. I am Toe for Life, aka Light Up Your Life, and I'm out this bitch. I love you guys. Toodles.